Hi everyone, and welcome to Serenity. My name is Vic Frost. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're watching the finale of the Firefly series, which is the movie that was made in 2005. I am very excited. It's going to be a long reaction of almost 3 hours. It's going to be cut out for YouTube, of course, but it's going to be a long ride. Um, so I'm super excited. It's people a lot of people said that the movie basically concludes a lot of storylines of characters. It was like the chance for Joss Whedon to just close it and everything. So I'm very excited to see how this is gonna go. The movie that I am watching is an extended version, therefore it has deleted scenes. It has the River Tam Sessions. It's a short compilation of meetings between River and Tam and her government psychologist in her training. And there's also a short introduction by Joss Whedon that was played in the cinema. So that's added to the movie. There's deleted scenes in the movie as well, and there's going to be, of course, the extras afterwards. The extras of the movie, then other extras. It's a long video. There's a lot of content. I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. I know I am excited. Yeah, it's also someone said in the comments. I wrote in a little thing. It was also written for an audience that hadn't seen the series, so some relationships kind of fall back a little bit, like maybe Simon and River, or like the basically the character development of like relationships slightly like goes off because it kind of needs to just get it back in the movie. So I'm super excited. I'm so hyped. There's so much stuff to watch. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for following me through this journey. It's been amazing. I've loved every second of it. I'm so glad that people introduced this show to me because it was so fun. It is so fun, and I'm very sad it's gonna be the end. After this, last time I said this and series extras, but there's also a fan made movie that I'm probably gonna watch. That's an hour or something. Let me just check for you. Fan film that's an hour 30. So that's always really fun. Um, so I think the last episode that's gonna go up on YouTube of Firefly um is the 2nd of February. So we still have a whole last month of content of Firefly, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, thank you so much for following me through this journey. Thank you for all the kind comments for everyone. That was just so nice, and that was just so nice and kind, and just like hype for the series and hype for my reactions to this series, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the comments. Thank you so much for all the likes, the subs. Thank you for all the lurkers that are just out there. You can sub, by the way. It's really nice. But thank you so much to everyone that's just supporting me through this. It's been awesome. And yeah, I really, really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go with the River Tam sessions. I'm gonna try to divide this into chapters so you guys can go see what you haven't seen, what you've seen, and just what you want to see. Hopefully everything. But yeah, so let's just go. So this is before watching the movie. This is just like the session that she had with like psychologists or something like that. River before like everything that happened. So let's go with this. River Tam.
And you like school?
I do. It's... Sometimes things move a little slowly for me.
I imagine they do. What's your favorite subject?
I'm finding physics a challenge.
You're in the graduate program already.
They call me Little Mouse.
Do you think they're jealous because you're so young?
Volker is a little. He plans to become very important.
Did he?
It's so weird to see her just not normal, but like more present.
Tell you he was jealous?
Oh, no. I just...
You feel it?
People tell you things all the time without talking. The way they move, the way they aren't talking.
You're very intuitive.
Simon says I was born with the third eye. He hates when I can tell which girls he likes.
Your brother. He's a doctor, right?
He's a trauma surgeon in Capital City.
Quite a family.
Simon's a genius. I could never do what he does.
I think you could do whatever you put your mind to. That's what the Alliance needs. That's what this institute is all about. Your mind. Letting it do everything it could. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
She looks fearful already. Like kind of what the...
Would I still be allowed to dance?
Oh, that's so sad. No! 22! Oh la la. We
But
jumped.
you understand why these treatments are important.
I don't think... I'm sorry. I think there's been an error. I don't think... I think I may not be the right subject for these...
Experiments.
for this program.
It's perfectly natural to feel a little nervous.
If it were possible to be transferred, I would I would like to request a transfer.
I don't think that's
You want
possible,
to be
dear.
back in Gen Ed.
Please.
You told us that was no good for you, but it was too slow. That's why you're here.
Please. It hurts.
Well, I can help you with that.
I doubt.
You know how proud Dr. Matthias is of how you're progressing.
I'm not progressing.
Yeah, she's going back.
It's the packs.
Tell me what you see.
You lost the first one. You cut too deep. He died on the table.
Oh.
One of your attendants cried and you comforted her. We're doing such good work.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
okay.
understand that that is true? Work we do here is very important, and you're a part of that.
I would like to see my brother.
Well, you can write to him anytime
I
you
need
like.
to. I would like please to see him.
Well, I'm sure he's very busy.
Yes, I'm sure.
I think she realized that like they weren't gonna help her anymore.
Because I have a system. You make an assumption because you have a system. You're symptomatic. It's chronic. You think it's benign, but it has to be cut out. This system is simple. Blanket pulled with dust, the sheet pulled taut, the mattress can't be trusted. It has to be gutted. I looked under 20 and found a pea, and you wonder why I'm not sleeping? Are you worried that I cut up my mattress for no reason, or that I had a perfectly good reason that you can't see? Can't see anyone. Even the orderlies wear masks.
Why did you cut up your mattress?
I am trying to protect my spine.
Are you worried you might be injured? Your movement trainers have given you excellent
No one
order.
will give me a mission.
A mission.
I have a reason. I'm reasonable. I have a reason. My movement hasn't been dictated yet, but I am not here for nothing. I am a stiff sty. And you know, in the spine, there's something wrong with the body politic. Ah! It's sticking in me! It's in the mattress and it's falling inside me! You cut it out! You cut it out! You cut it out!
I think she was maybe seeing another subject being cut open. Ooh, la la.
You're very quiet today. How did your session with Dr. Matthias go?
He gave me a mission.
Really? Did he tell you your mission out loud, or did you just hear it?
He plays hide and seek with me.
Dr. Matthias.
My brother is a doctor. He thinks he can find me, but I'm deep down, and I do not make a sound.
River, what mission did Dr. Matthias give you?
I can't tell you.
You can tell me anything, you know that.
Can't tell.
This is so sad.
I'll have to write it down.
Oh, it's the first time we see that. The fuck? Oh, did she stab him with the pin? Oh.
I can see you.
That's so creepy. Oh my god. Oh, that was it. Well, I'm glad I watched that. God damn, that was creepy as frick. That was interesting. I loved how we got to see her just be, like, not, because I don't want to say sane, because I don't think she's insane, but, just present and, again, normal feels weird to say, but just present and just with all of her mind, and then seeing the result of what's done to her, and then you can, even after, like, excerpt 22, when she's clearly not feeling well, but she's still speaking not really well, like at the end she wasn't like she wasn't speaking gibberish, but she was speaking like in ways that we can't really understand, and she got violent enough to like stab the guy. So it's really interesting to see, and I'm so sad. I'm kind of really sad to see her, like, because we saw her when she was young, but it's not the same as seeing her with her face right now and be so like, what could have been? You know, it's the what ifs that makes it so sad.
I'm Joss Whedon.
Hello.
Before we begin this special screening, I have a little story I want to tell you. It's about a TV show called Firefly. Firefly went on the air a few years ago and was instantly hailed by critics as one of the most canceled shows of the year. It was ignored and abandoned, and the story should end there, but it doesn't. Because the people who made the show and the people who saw the show, which is roughly the same number of people, fell in love with it a little bit. Too much to let it go. Too much to lay down arms when the battle looked pretty much lost. In Hollywood, people like that are called unrealistic, quixotic, obsessive. In my world, they're called browncoats.
That's so nice.
Now, whether you watched the show or saw the DVDs or whether you've never set foot in the Firefly universe before tonight, the fact that you're here means that you're part of something that's a little bit remarkable. This movie should not exist. Failed TV shows don't get made into major motion pictures unless the creator, the cast, and the fans believe beyond reason. That's what I've felt. It's what I've seen.
It's a miracle.
The DVD sales, the booths at the cons run by fans, the websites and the fundraisers, all the work the fans have done have helped make this movie. It is, in an unprecedented sense, your movie. which means if it sucks, it's your fault. You let us down, but let's not dwell on your failures because the work is not done. I have to finish making it. This is not quite the final cut, and you will notice some placeholders in music and effects, but we're very close. Once we are finished, I have to get people to see it. Now, obviously the studio is going to do their thing. There'll be ads and trailers and all of that joy, but this movie doesn't have stars, and it doesn't have a giant mega budget or even a simple saleable premise. What it has is us, the people who believed unreasonably. If this movie matters to you, let somebody know. Let everybody know. Make yourselves heard. If you don't like the movie, this is a time for quiet, for months of silent contemplation. But when the unfinished credits roll, if you still call yourself a brown coat, remember the millions of people who don't, who might. I want us to do this together. The cast is going to be appearing wherever they can. I'm going to be blogging and stumping and whatever I can think of. We've got can'tstopthesignal.com up and running, I'm fairly certain. We're all doing everything we can to make this the event that it should be. Because remember, they tried to kill us. They did kill us, and here we are. We have done the impossible, and that makes us mighty. Thank you for helping to get this movie as far as it's gotten. Welcome to Serenity.
That's so nice. So I thought it was aired like after, but if he said like, "Oh, the movie's unfinished," it would probably not then. But that was great. It's not the official thing. It's before, I think, or something. I don't know. Not sure. But it's great. So now we get to finally watch the actual movie. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Someone said to a lot of people were like, "You're gonna cry." It's like, probably. Oh my god. Okay, let's go, guys. Whew. So this is the movie with this is the extended version, meaning there's deleted scenes in it. So if you see a cut and you're like, "What is this scene?" Yeah, I don't remember it. Probably deleted scene. So yeah, I ordered this, or I watched them all at the end. I was like, I watched the extended version. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Earth that was could no longer sustain our numbers. We were so many. We found a new solar system. The central planets formed the Alliance. Ruled by an interplanetary parliament, the Alliance was a beacon of civilization. The savage outer planets were not so enlightened and refused Alliance control. The war was devastating.
I hear they're cannibals.
That's only Reavers. Reavers aren't real. Full well they are.
Already I'm stopping, but man, that was already a very biased, like, showing. That was just like, our true society, they're best. Like, gosh.
So many social and medical advancements we can bring to the Independence.
Is that River?
Why did they fight so hard against us?
Metal.
We're not telling people what to think.
Mhm.
We're just trying to show them how.
She's dreaming. Nightmare? Off the charts. Scary monsters.
Their subconscious, implant suggestions.
Is that needle actually in her brain?
The results are spectacular. Especially in this case. River Tam is our star pupil.
I've heard that.
Simon!
Ideal for defense deployment, even with the side effects. Key members of Parliament have personally observed this subject. I was told that the Alliance's support for the project was unanimous. The demonstration of her powers.
How is she physically?
Like nothing we've seen.
She always did love to dance.
So that's how he did it. Okay, because in the series we don't really know how he got her. That makes sense. And people did say that he seemed to know more. He knows more about her. What happened to her in the movie. It was really a needle in her brain. Holy fucking shit. What is... Oh, lasers. Ah! Who is that? Is that Serenity? What? Who you? Well, I know his actor. Do I? I don't know.
I see no listing of rank or name.
I have neither. Like this facility, I don't exist. Let's talk about the Tams.
I assume you've scanned the status log.
River was your greatest success. A prodigy. A phenomenon. The minds behind every military, diplomatic, and covert operation in the galaxy. And you put them in a room with a psychic.
If there was some classified information that she never spoke of it. I don't know what it is.
Nor do I. On their swords.
Well, unfortunately, I
In
forgot to
Japan.
bring a sword.
But he did.
I would put that down right now.
Would you be killed in your sleep like an ailing pet?
Well, I guess he was a secret that's not meant to exist, so... No witnesses and everything.
Young Miss, I'll need all the logs on behavioral modification triggers. We'll have to reach out to River Tam and help her to come back to us. No matter how far outside of this is a good death. There's no shame in this. We're making a better world.
I don't think so, my dude. You're literally torturing someone. I don't think you're... Wait, is that actually on the ship? Oh shit! Was that ever there in the series?
Landing is gonna get pretty interesting. Define interesting. Oh god, we're all gonna die? This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode. Can you shave the vector?
And then exploded.
I'll just get us on the ground. That part.
Well, I just get excitable as to choice. Like to have my options open.
I don't plan on any shooting taking place during this job.
Yeah, well, what you plan and what takes place ain't ever exactly been similar.
He's right, though.
We crashing again?
Talk to your husband. Meal prepped?
Good to go, sir. Just loading her up. Those grenades?
Yeah, Captain don't want 'em.
Yeah, Kev don't want him.
You told me those entry couplings would hold for another week.
That was 6 months ago, Captain.
My ship don't crash. She crashes. You crashed her. Kind of hard to tell one from the other, face like yours.
Well, I imagine if it were fear, my eyes would be wider.
I'll keep a lookout for that next time.
You're not taking her.
No. This is not a thing I'm interested in talking
She
over.
is not going with you, and that's final.
I hear the words "that's final" come out your mouth. I do. It's a fact we here have been courteous enough to keep to our own selves.
Are you threatening to...
I look out for me and mine. That don't include you, lest I conjure it does. Now, you stuck a thorn in the Alliance's paw. That tickles me a bit. But it also means I gotta step... And I won't push you. Don't let me...
Yeah, Simon in the series so far, like, he has been a lot more emotional, a lot more talkative. Like, he's been more open with the captain and stuff, so this is definitely a setback. This is like a one-shot so far. There has been no cut, except maybe once they, like, zoom back on Simon, but I'm not sure if it actually was.
Understand your part in all this?
Do you?
This is what I do, darling.
Yeah, she made you doubt.
If there's fighting, you drop to the floor or run away. It's okay to leave them to die.
Taking your sister under my protection here. If anything happens to her, anything at all, I swear to you, I will get very choked up. Honestly, there could be tears.
Oh, I love Mel. It's so clear that it's a movie because it's so much more fast-paced. Like, even in the series, when an episode was like, bam, 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 they had, like, they took down and they talked, and, like, but I mean, I know it's been, like, 60 minutes, but still.
Ready to go to work, darling?
There's no pattern to the pebbles here. They're completely random. I tried to count them, but you drove too fast. Hummingbird.
Right. Let's go. Probably guessed we mean to be thieving here, but what we're after is not yours, so.
I would hide her face somehow.
No undue fussing.
So creepy. This guy.
You know what the definition of a hero is? Someone who gets other people killed.
I don't think so. Nice, River, nice. It's not a lot, is it?
We can retire and give up this life of crime.
Hey!
Oh!
You're the Browncoats, eh? Fought for independence? Petty thieving ain't exactly soldier's work.
War's long done. All just folk now. Listen up! We're coming down to empty that vault!
You have to give me your authorization password. Okay.
That was so nice.
What the hell is up? You alright? What's going on?
I didn't know Reavers came to planets. I thought they just invaded ships because they were like on the border. Oh yeah, someone did tell me we're gonna get Reaver lore. That's so cool.
Help! Reavers! Girls pitching a fit. They're here. They're coming soon.
Get on the mule!
Shit.
Lock from the inside? Yes. Get everyone upstairs, you get them down here, and you seal it. As long as you got air, you don't open up. You understand?
Well, at least you don't have to worry about being caught. You have to worry about being dead instead. Oh no. I don't know if he didn't save him because he is going to be too heavy. I think that's what he said, but he did kill him to not so he wouldn't become a Reaver. You should have stayed in the vault, bro. Ah! That is a bloody ship as well. Oh my god, look at the smoke it's pouring out.
Boy, sure would be nice if we had some grenades, don't you think?
He's so right.
Honey, we're coming to you.
Are you sure that's smart? You're gonna have like to pick her up as you're moving, because else they're gonna catch you. What are you doing? Ow, ow. In your leg as well. Oh. Oh my god, it's through his whole leg. Bro. Oh. Ah. At least I bought them some time. Because I don't think they're dead. Oh wait, are you going through it? Oh.
Are you okay?
Is he okay? Set course for Beaumont. First thing, I want this body on floor. I'm a hairspray from riddling you with holes, Doctor.
One simple job. She'll be fine.
She is fine! Except for being still crazy, she's a picture of health!
Probably be left there. She felt them coming.
Never again.
We'll be on Beaumont 10 hours' time. You can pick up your earnings and be on your merry. Meantime, you do your job. Patch up my crew.
They didn't lie down. They never lie down.
Like that man back in town?
Yeah. That was...
I had to shoot him. What the Reavers were done to him before they killed him?
You know that for certain?
Mule won't run with 5. I should have done the girl? Or you? Or Jane? Oh, Jane.
Toss the payload.
Toss them. Zoe, I got bits falling off my ship. I got a crew. Ain't been paid. And oh yeah, powerful need to eat.
Well, I'll kill a man in a fair fight. Or if I think he's gonna start a fair fight.
If he bothers me, or if there's a woman, or if I'm getting paid.
To get outpaid ourselves, we stay on this boat much longer. Captain will drive us all off, one by one.
Oh, you're just in a whinge because that prissy doc is finally disembarking. Me, I says good riddance.
Everything you think is mean.
Well, there is that.
Her and Simon could have a place here.
So that's why they're not... Yeah, because I read the comic... something behind, like true behind, surely left behind or something along those lines. And Shepard is like, because I don't remember exactly why, but he punches Mal, and then he's like, I'm gonna leave for like a year because, and then Mal is like, well, I didn't mind you punching me, and then he's like, yeah, that's why I have to leave because I'm starting to not mind punching you. So Inara!
They love you. The girls. They've learned more from you in these last months than the rest of us could show them in 2 years.
They're very sweet. But they're not companions.
All the more reason the girls look to you. You've seen so much. You're a figure of great romance to them.
Great romance has nothing to do with being a companion, Shadra. You should know better.
I'm not the one who had a torrid affair with a pirate.
It's not clear to me exactly why she left, but I think it's like she realized he would not like her even though he does or something.
And don't ride in anything with a Capacin 38 engine, they fall right out of the sky.
He wouldn't know how to tell.
It isn't safe.
But yes.
I fear it isn't safe anymore.
For them.
But we did have this whole conversation in the last episode that was like, should we let her go off? Should we keep, because, you know, they were scared of how she could handle guns and stuff, and they were like, oh, well, maybe we should. They were talking about getting her off, and then they decided that she wouldn't. That they wouldn't get, Simon and Bjork wouldn't get off, but here it's just, they decided to let them off.
Going on a year now, I ain't had nothing twixt my nethers weren't run on batteries.
Oh, God. I can't know that. I could stand to hear a little more.
You had to care for anybody's heart.
You knew he was gonna leave. You've never been but a way station to those two, and how do you know what he feels? Oh, he's got River to worry on, but he's still gonna show you. If I truly wanted someone bad enough, wouldn't have this.
To hide them.
Quite a crew you've got.
Yeah, they're a fine bunch of Rubens.
In the fact that your ship's holding in the starting point of time, and you can see, use charity cases to the likes of us.
What are you doing here? of ad is that?
You're a monster.
Uh-oh. Brenda. Who's... what? Why are you fighting? I like that we get to see her fight. Why is she... maybe she just had like a flashback, and then she just lashed out at the first person she saw because back then she couldn't fight or something. Just pretend you don't know her.
I really don't.
Oh yeah, because he's like, since when did she know how to fight?
Damn it, girl, it's me!
Oh! Oh, their stuff. Their guns. Oh! How the fuck did you do that? Or is it like the Winter Soldier that has, it's a common command for her to go to sleep?
Hello again. Yes, it's me.
Ah, shit.
Sir,
Ensign, you have something for me?
I got a pause on a retinal.
Is an issue. This man hates us.
Oh yeah.
Formerly Corporal Zoe Alain. Also in the 57th. Career Army looks like. She has focus.
Inara. But she's not here right now, so it's fine.
Phrase that makes her fall asleep. If I speak the words,
Say it!
It only works on her, Jane.
Dumbass.
Well, now I know that.
In case something happened, you feel to elaborate on what that something might be?
She's a killer woman. We ought to be bringing her tea and dumplings. In earnest, Mel, why'd you bring her back on?
Because it made you feel bad.
May I see her?
But the worst is logically, there's really no reason for Mal to keep River in. Like, they're hunted by the lions. She can go crazy any minute. Like, she's, like, oops, sorry. She just went crazy for seemingly no reason. Of course, she had a flashback, and there's a reason for it. But for anyone else that was around, she's just looking at TV and went, fuck you, and just, took out everyone. So, apart from the emotional aspect to it, logic, there's no reason why they would keep her on the boat. So I understand why, and I don't really blame them for it. I wish they would keep her and Simon on the boat, because they would die in 5 seconds. To be honest, they would just be recaptured. There we go. But also there's the fact to consider that she's with the Alliance. Technically, like, if the Alliance has her back, they're getting really more powerful with having her on their side. And they want a living weapon, basically. So, if they get that, then you're kind of in a shitty position as well. So, if we're just looking at logical, that could be a point. But, they're nice, and they found sort of a family through this cruise, so I wish they would stay.
We're flying a lot blinder than usual here.
We need to get our bearings.
Agreed.
I think we need to talk to Mr. Universe.
Who? Oh, what the fuck is that?
Can't stop the signal now. Everything goes somewhere, and I go everywhere. These are traits to access. I wasn't the first one in. To my love bot.
Ugh.
Very beautiful ceremony. Lenore wrote her own vows. I cried like a baby, a hungry, angry baby.
Miranda.
Miranda. Go back further.
No.
Please?
You're very smart. Someone is talking to her.
The Odie bar?
Oh. So that's how they drew out.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay.
Show me off like a dog. Old men covered in blood and never touched them, but they're drowning in it.
Hmm.
I don't know what I'm saying. I never know what I'm saying.
In the Maidenhead, you said something.
Miranda.
Yeah. Who's Miranda?
Miranda. I think when they triggered you, you somehow brought this up. This memory.
It isn't mine. The memory, it isn't mine. And I shouldn't have to carry it. It isn't mine. Don't make me sleep again.
I won't. What will Miranda show us?
Death.
Everyone's.
Everybody!
You went to see her. Oh wait. Is it the guy from The Matrix? Is that how I know him? Is that how I know him? He's looking for Mal's weakness, which is Inara. Shepard! Oh my god! You cut off your hair!
Let me in, for my feet are sore. My clothes are ragged.
Somebody decided her brain was just another piece of property to take. Fence her right up.
Well, I'm glad he acknowledges it at least.
Hiding in a plan?
It'll do you for a spell. The folks here will be glad of the extra coin.
I could have left her there.
Hmm.
I had now.
Yeah, you could.
I had every reason in the verse to leave her laying whole anchor.
He did.
It's not your way, Mal.
Yeah.
That better than a plan?
You're a good man.
It's how they think. It's how they move. Sidle up and smile. Hit you where you're weak. Sort of man they're like to send believes hard. Wasn't born a shepherd, Mal.
You have to tell me about that sometime.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because in one of the episodes, he had like a high clearance card for the Alliance. So what I think is probably he worked for the Alliance before. And he's a good shot. So I don't know where though. And probably he found out something or just couldn't deal with something, so he left.
It's gonna be fine. Lie down.
No.
Oh, she woke up, but then she woke up again.
What? Ow! You up? I got a wave. I'm gonna bounce it down to you.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's... Is it any?
Please tell me you're wearing pants.
Naked as a day, I come crying.
He's wearing pants.
How's your world?
Cold. It's autumn here.
Still at the
I don't know if the dude is making her speak. Probably.
It is that.
Awkward.
So, what occasions the wave? Not that to see you ain't... Payment is never not a factor. I could sound out the crew. This pot like to boil over soon?
Soon. Not right away.
She's trying to send a message, isn't she?
Well, it would be, I'd like to... Kaylee's been missing you, something fierce.
Oh.
They are so pathetic.
Yeah, you left, got some of your stuff in the trunk. I never did get a chance to...
So, trap?
Trap.
We going in?
Well, ain't but a few hours out. Yeah, but remember the part where it's a trap? If that's the case, and Anar's already caught in it, she wouldn't set us up willing. Maybe we get a shot at seeing who's turning these wheels. We go in.
I'm glad they caught it, and it's like I love that Zoe knew it was a trap, but she was still like, these two, man.
Get left.
That is so fucking pretty. Uh-oh.
I think you're beginning to understand how dangerous River Tam is.
She is a mite unpredictable. Mood swings of a sort.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
That girl will rain destruction down on you and your ship. She is an albatross, Captain.
The way I remember it, albatross was a ship's good luck till some idiot killed it.
What's an albatross?
I ask you to do what is right, you'll play the brigand. I have no stomach for games. I already know you will not see reason.
The Alliance wanted to show me reason they shouldn't have sent an assassin.
Oh. You got found out.
I have a warship in deep orbit, Captain. I need her, Captain.
No, you fucking don't.
River. Incidental in the greater scheme.
I hate those. I hate those. The greater good shit. It's like, shut the fuck up. Because people that say it's for the greater good are just like bullshitters. The thing my mom says to me a lot is no one wants to be a villain. No one is trying to be evil, and no one is trying to be bad. Everyone's trying to do what they think is right and what is good, even when it's not. And I think saying it's for the greater good is such a weak excuse, man. Like, yes, let's torture people for making better slaves of the entire galaxy. Basically, I'm not exactly sure what their goal with River is, as they're not technically at war. But I mean, I think that hasn't stopped governments before. And I hate that. I hate that reason so much. Because they say like, because with that, you can say that anything is okay. Torturing people, okay. Raping people, okay. Anything, it's okay because it's for the greater good. And I fucking hate it. But that guy...
I want to resolve this like civilized men.
Do you? Says the assassin.
Threatening you? I'm unarmed. Good.
Oh!
I am, of course, wearing full body armor.
What, no backup? Making an awful ruckus.
They'll come when they're needed.
I start whistling.
Captain, what do you think is going to happen here?
I don't know what you are thinking of as well.
Aya, this is not the Grand Arena.
That's not incense.
Oh, nice! Ah! That was cool.
I think that I was winning!
You weren't! Is that another flash bomb? That was so nice! Oh my god!
It's not your shuttle.
Why? Because this guy beat up Mal? That ain't so hard.
Oh, he didn't beat me up.
He beat you up.
Because he's a believer. He's intelligent, methodical.
Man from scheme.
You want to run this ship?
Yes.
Well, you can't.
Better job than you.
River and I will get off at Haven. We'll find
Nobody's seeing that.
Nobody besides Jane is saying that.
I got no answers for you, Nora.
Ooh, what is that? Oh wait, that's Earth? Yeah. That was Weavers. Why'd you do that?
It's gonna be
What? Okay, never mind. I don't know. Is that Miranda? I don't think you can sneak up on a mind reader, my dude. That seems like not logic. I'm talking about mind readers and logic.
Miranda.
How can it be there's a whole planet called Miranda?
Oh, never mind.
It's a black rock. Uninhabitable. Terraforming didn't hold or some such.
And here's Miranda. All along here, that empty space in between. That's Reaver territory.
They just float out there, sending out raiding parties.
Nobody ventures there. Not even the Alliance. You go through that, you're signing up to be a banquet.
I'm on board with our standard.
Wait, are they already on Miranda? No, they're not.
Shepard!
Oh, it's Shepard's place.
Shepard!
Oh, sorry, I didn't make the link.
Shepard, look!
He's still alive.
Get the dock. Shepard?
What happened?
I shot him down.
Yeah. I see.
I killed the ship that killed us.
Oh, Reaver.
Not very Christian of me.
You did what's right.
Coming from you, that means almost nothing.
Is he going to die?
God.
Doc will bring you around. I look to be buoyed by many more sermons before you slip. Just don't move.
Just believe. Whatever.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need a moment. Can't believe he's dead. It's oh, putain de merde. I can't believe she's dead. Especially because it comes from, like, nowhere. Because if I hadn't read the comic, I wouldn't have known that he would have been gone. Right? Um. Like, I would. And then he's in there for, like, almost the entire movie, and then he's just dead. And that makes me really sad. Oh. I'm gonna start crying again. Oh, I like Shepard a lot, and I like how he became close to Mal, and I like we didn't ever get to see his backstory because he's dead, and that makes me really sad.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fucking not.
If your quarry goes to ground, leave no ground to go to.
Do you even know why they sent you?
It's not my place to ask.
He doesn't
I
even.
believe in something greater than myself. A better world. I'm not going to live there. There's no place for me there, any more than there is for you. Malcolm, I'm a monster. What I do is evil. I have no illusions about it, but it must be done.
That's damn. I thought he would be like, but I'm doing the right thing, so it's okay. Huh.
Zoe, you and Simon are gonna rope them together. 5 or 6 of them. I want them laid out on the nose of our ship.
Are you insane? I'm not
Daily?
gonna take these bodies.
Oh, that's how he's gonna cross.
Just enough to leave a trail and make it read like we're flying with our containment, not enough to fry us.
Man, this is not good.
Work.
Mal.
You forgot.
Didn't see you. Anything of use in there?
Maybe. Why didn't you ask me not to?
What is that? Does that look like a train? Worked. Oh shit. Oh my god.
We flew over at least a dozen cities just as big. Why didn't we ever hear about this?
Beacon's up ahead.
What is this? It's an abandoned fucking planet. Holy shit. That's so cool. I love abandoned shit. I love it so much. Oh.
No entry wounds. Fractures.
Poison?
Probably.
He's just sitting here.
What happened?
Crash.
女士们、先生们。
Kaylee, don't.
Sealed them.
What are they doing?
They were
What's
working.
everybody doing?
There's no unusual discoloration.
Every city, every house, every room, they're all inside me. I can hear them all. They're saying nothing. Get up. Please get up. 不生没有 machine be in Shirto. Please God make me a stone.
Let's get to the beacon.
Yeah. Before you catch whatever they got. This is so weird. I didn't expect bodies. But I should have, I guess.
It's the Pax.
The Pax.
The G23 Paxylon hydrochloride that we added to the air processors. It was supposed to calm the population, weed out aggression. Well, it works. Everything else.
Oh. They just like stopped moving, stopped everything.
They stopped breathing, talking, eating.
I think you should put breathing at the
There's
end.
30 million people here and they all just let themselves die. I have to be quick. About 0.1% of the population had the opposite reaction to the Pax. Their aggressor response increased beyond madness. They have become...
Reavers.
Well, they've killed most of us. And not just killed.
Eaten.
They've done things.
Well, that explains some things. They're it's where they first started their perfect world, you know? No sin and everything. You know who comes up with that? People who are traumatized by those sins, or like, let's build a world that it doesn't exist, and it's like, ha ha. Yeah, we wouldn't be human anymore if we did that. Sadly enough, there's no violence, no nothing. That's not natural. You're trying to do something that's unnatural to the world. Like, I wish that people weren't violent, and I wish that it didn't have to go to this, but like, it's how evolution kind of works, and it is how you weed out. It's how in evolution you kind of weed out the weak, and we don't do that anymore because we've realized that you don't do that because we don't need to do that as well. But it's still in our brain, and it's still in. Of course, we're not just gonna kill people, but you know, I just mean that violence is kind of in the brain, and verbal violence, physical violence, like any type of violence, like just bullying, like anything. It's in our brain. So it sucks, but you can't really pull it out, and just you can't pull it out unnaturally. Like, most people in the world are not gonna do this, right? They're not gonna do violent things, and we have like ethics and stuff. But to do it like that, just put a gas to make everyone not violent is like, what the fuck? I don't know. What were you expecting? It's just, you can't. There was also Naruto. I haven't watched it, but it's been explained to me many times, and I saw fanfics about it. And there's one guy, Obito, I think, that tries to make a world where there's just peace. But because a lot of times when people are like, just have peace, it's also a lot of things like people are the same, right? Like, I think that this time they were just trying to build to that. And I'm not saying that it's great to have aggression. Of course not. No. But I'm just saying it would never work. Because we're very intelligent animals, but we're still animals, you know? So we have instincts and we have emotions, and that's how they keep us alive, and that's kind of getting rid of that. Because it's like the movie Inside Out. Yeah, Inside Out. Like, you can't have joy without sadness. You know, so it kind of comes with. Of course, there's the dosing of that, but you know, and I think I don't know what these people are exactly trying to do, but to just get rid of because to me, when they say that, it's just they're trying to get rid of anything that is negative. Anything that is negative, boom, out. It's like, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Sadly, that ain't gonna work.
Parliament buried it, and it stayed buried until River dug it up. This is what they feared she knew. And they were right to fear. Because there's a whole universe of folk who are gonna know it too. They're gonna see it. Somebody has to speak for these people.
Problem. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. From here to the eyes and the ears of the verse. That's my motto. Or it might be if I start having a motto. We won't be long. You're gonna get caught in the ion cloud. It'll play Mary Hob with your radar, but pretty lights and a few miles after. You'll be right in my orbit.
You let us know if anyone else comes at you.
You'll be the first. There. Toss me my 30 coin. I got a news wait for you.
Welp. Let's go. Oh no, everyone.
Bastard's not even changing course.
Sir?
The hell? It's okay. I'm a leaf on the wind. What is that?
Can you die on the way back, please? Can you let it go?
We're not alone.
Is Serenity gonna die? I don't want her to die.
Backup reaches 20%. Can you get us down?
I'm gonna have to glide her in.
Will that work?
No.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
I think at the end you were like a rock.
Baby, no. Baby, come on. You gotta go. Come on. We gotta move. Baby, please. You gotta move, baby. Come on. Come on. Go away. Move out. Now.
Go.
Head inside.
Is he dead? Please tell me he's not dead. We already lost one person. I'm not processing it right now.
This is the place. We'll buy you the time.
Is everybody gonna die?
All right, let's move these crates back there for cover.
Are you here?
Do the job, sir.
You hold. Hold till I get back.
Cap's right. Can't be thinking on revenge if we're gonna get through this.
Do you really think any of us are gonna get through this?
Well, I might.
Mel. Guy killed me, Mel. He killed me with a sword. How weird is that? I got a short span here. They destroyed my equipment, but I have a backup unit.
Bottom of the complex, right over the generator. Hard to get to. I know they missed it. They can't stop the signal now. They can never stop the signal.
Reverse. They're all made up for free.
It's okay. It's okay.
My one regret in all of this is never being with you.
With me? You mean to say as sex?
I mean to say.
Hell with this. I'm gonna live.
I don't think you are. I can't believe Wash is just dead.
Now, guy killed.
Oh, I'm so sad right now.
He killed me with a sword.
Holy shit, that's big. How are you supposed to get up there?
That ain't exactly plan A.
I think he can still shoot you. Why did he not shoot you? Come on. Just put it in. Oh no, he's there too. Was that important? I hope not. I don't want him to, but...
Do something. My back.
Here.
My bag.
It's never gonna end.
Remember, I'm sorry.
No.
I hate to leave.
He won't. You take care of me, Simon. You've always taken care of me.
And the worst is, they're all gonna die anyway.
I'm a fan of 07.
You've already lost.
Yeah, well, I'm known for that. Piece of shrapnel tore up that nerve cluster my first tour. Had it moved. Sorry about the throat.
These are just a few of the images we've recorded, and you can see it. It isn't what we thought. There's been no war here. And no terraforming event. The environment is stable. It's the packs.
stand down. Stand down. It's finished. We're finished.
Please tell me Wash survived somehow. Oh. Wait, who was that? Oh, Serenity, okay. Is it? I don't know. I'm so sorry. You got to have it.
They are not gone, and they are not forgiven.
That don't bode especially well for you. Giving the order to let us go? Patching up our hurt?
I told them the Tams were no longer a threat. Damage done. They might listen. But I think they know I'm no longer their man.
His whole purpose is gone. Honestly, fuck right off. I don't give a fuck about you. Like...
Serenity. You lost everything in that battle. Everything you had, everything you were. How did you go on?
Think she'll hold together?
She's tore up plenty, but she'll fly true.
Oh, she's leaving.
Make sure everything's secure. Could be bumpy.
Always is. I don't know.
Good answer.
I'm still sad.
Okay. Clearly some aptitude for the... Ain't all buds and charts, little albatross. You know what the first rule of flying is? Well, I suppose you do, since you already know what I'm about to say.
I do.
Makes her home.
Storm's getting worse.
We'll pass through it soon enough.
Oh my god. That was sad. I think I expected one person to die, but not Wash as well. Or like if it was Wash first, then not Brooke. Shepard. Oh my god. That was a lot. Oh my god, that was a lot. It was a good movie. I got genuinely, like, I genuinely thought they were all going to die. Like, when Simon, actually, did we even see Simon? Did Simon die? Did Simon die? And I didn't realize? Because there was no tombstone for him, but I didn't see him right then and there. No, 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 because they had sex. Right. Okay. Oh, I got scared. Holy shit. Oh my god. That was intense. 2 hour 40 intense. Oh my god. It was a very good movie. I feel like if you didn't know anything about Firefly, you would be a lot more confused. I feel like I wasn't struggling to keep up, but like it didn't really stop a lot. So if you don't know anything about Firefly, I think just watching this movie alone would be a bit hard. But I think it was made more for the fans than for the newcomers. Even if they had to kind of acknowledge the newcomers would watch this movie. So yeah. I'm I'm happy about it. I just I'm just really sad, and I didn't expect two people to die. I love that we got so much lore. Holy shit. I'm just gonna look at um what the extras are. Okay, so there's the regular one that's 10 minutes, and then there's like 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. A lot of extras we're gonna watch afterwards. Wait, is there something else? No, that's okay. Um, this was really good. I genuinely did like it. I think it managed to show the essence of each character very well. I mean, it's Joss Whedon that wrote it, so duh. But I feel like I'm getting so many notifications. What the fuck? But I feel like they did go back a bit. And we didn't. I don't know if it was because the actor that plays Shepard couldn't like be there for too long, because I feel like he was sure he was there, but he wasn't like there the whole time. He was there for like what, 2, 3 scenes, like his death scene when they were walking around the planet, and then when he was talking to Mal, and that's it. So I don't know if there was a restraint for him to not be there. I think so, because else it doesn't really make sense for him to be like so absent. um, but yeah, no, I thought it was really good. I'm so sad. I keep coming back to it. A lot of reactors I see have like notepads so they can talk about things. I should really do that, because sometimes like, so much stuff to comment on. I like how they did River. Um, I am slightly confused exactly what they were trying to do with her, except be a weapon and stuff. Like I ain't sure what they were trying to do, basically. Like, okay, so there's nothing. Like, were they trying to? Because they were trying to make a weapon. Like they did have her have like training and stuff, but I ain't exactly sure what they were trying to like with her. I think maybe just a weapon, but at the same time it kind of goes against the idea of like their peaceful world. So I'm not sure. Maybe just to get to that peaceful world. So yeah, but I really liked it. I like how it's kind of funny how they had like a activation sequence and stuff. And I don't know why they would name the thing Miranda exactly. Um, I still don't really get that, but yeah. Um, I thought it was very good. I like how we got to see Simon actually infiltrate the gang. Um, I like how we got to see it. I love how he was trying so hard not to break character and be so concerned for her. Um, and I like how he kind of settled with the crew at the end, because the whole thing in the whole series, he never really wants to be here, and it's really clear. Like example of the like I know this takes place after Out of Gas, but um like when River was like, oh, I'm gonna leave because you guys don't want me here, and he was like kind of blaming her for it. Like he, even after all this time, he didn't really want to stay, didn't want to do anything with her and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know what it could have become in the series and how long it would have taken for him to feel like this would be home. So I'm really glad that we got to see that through well, the movie, that like at the end he was with Kaylee. And I like how when they were shooting him, he said that's his regret. She was like, damn, I'm living. But yeah, I was so sure they were all gonna die. Every single one of them except Anara was injured. Every single, like, um Zoe had taken a knife to the back. Well, Jane had a bullet in his shoulder, so that's not that bad, but Simon had a bullet in his stomach. Kaylee got hit by a bunch of darts, and Mal got like stabbed 40 times. So pretty clear that he was probably gonna die, you know? So yeah. I'm I'm so sad that Wash died, especially as it was so sudden. Like I didn't cry at first because I didn't really acknowledge it, and I kind of didn't want to. Like the shepherds, there was like the build up of seeing everybody dead and then having his death scene, while he just got hit with this like big ass spike and he died. So I mean he probably didn't die immediately, but or maybe it hit his heart, so probably. But it was so fast, it was so brutal, it was so like, oh my god. And I like they did that. I mean I hate it, but from a writing point of view it adds kind of a scale. Like the scariness of the Reavers. You know what I mean? Um like we never seen them scared before. At least seen them be scary before, but we hadn't really seen them be this like ruthless sort of. Um so just adding his death scene like that, just he's dead, was so much. And oh my god. And I also like how Mal sort of became more comfortable with his crew or something along those lines. Because, like, I think it was more when Shepard died that he was like, I'm gonna do this and you're not stopping me, you know? Um, and it was intense, like, I'm gonna shoot either of you, and then got sort of better at the end. Oh. But I like how it leaked to the public. Because they were probably gonna try to do something along those lines again. Especially if they were trying to keep it such a big secret. And how? Because, like, that was a big planet. I mean, it was on the outer edge. Oh, yeah, it was on the outer edge, but it was so populated. Like, how the fuck? Because, like, there was the Central Island planets that are super populated and they're, like, rich and they have civilization. And then the outer planets that were mostly, like, with their independence. don't have shit because the Alliance takes it all. So it was like it's a really outer planet because there's like the river territories. Well, we know why it's river territory because it's the people that got crazy, that went crazy. So yeah. Alright. Um. So that was. That was really intense. I yeah. And it's not that and what was I even about to say? It's so scary what they did. Like I talked about it a bit. That like people that are like, oh, I want somewhere there's no sin when there's everything is peaceful, and I'm like, well, you can try your hardest, and I think talking. First of all, you need to be change in society for that to happen, and naturally, but like doing that, it's impossible, right? Be- there's always something gonna happen, and I feel like even if it's society so far in the future that there's no like murder or anything, which I think is like no voluntary murder, then because like most people don't murder people, but sometimes when you did that, it's an accident, like self defense, and then that person is trying to kill you, and the human race is so different, and there's so much varieties in like how the brain works and people's reaction to emotions, and depending on their childhood and stuff. And I think it's to say like a world without sin, just it doesn't exist. Like it in real mortal life, like that's heaven. That's the whole point of heaven is there's no sin, right? But that's heaven. That's something you can't achieve because immortality it doesn't happen because people are trying to survive. So and the way they did it, they were just so what they put a gas in the air of the entire planet, by the way, which is like insane, to make everyone less aggressive. And it looked like a really good and like grand society that could have that were thriving. So I wouldn't say could have thrived, but they were thriving. And I think like they weren't. To me, it seemed like they were just a normal society that they're like, let's try this gas that we've probably tried 2 times, and yeah. Because like probably they tried the gas and then they waited for like a little bit and their person was like just like, yeah, it's fun. But as well, like okay, so what if the gas had worked and people were not aggressive anymore? Less aggressive. Like the thing that happened is that for most people, for like 90% of the planet, they just didn't do anything anymore. So that I mean it made them stop caring about life. Literally, because they were just like they just sat there and they just didn't try to feed themselves and try to do anything. They just let themselves die. And I think that says a lot. And then the other became crazy. It was so scary, but especially I love video games that have these abandoned places, and I love intact abandoned places where it's just empty. It's so creepy. I think I would have liked it better if it was no there were no bodies, but at the same time it would for the creepiness factor only, of course. But I think it added to the thing of like they're just there. What the fuck happened? Like it looked like they just went to sleep, you know? Um and it's so scary. It's so scary. Oh my god. And the fact that the government created Reavers is so scary. It's like in the labyrinth, Maze Runner, Maze Runner. In Maze Runner, there's you don't really. So what happens in Maze Runner? I'm spoilers for Maze Runner, by the way. Um, there's like a solar flare, and then that wipes out all the crops and stuff, and so there's a shortage of food. So what the government does is they create a virus that kills one in every two persons, so it's random because there's not enough food for the amount of people that are there, but it mutates and it creates zombies, basically. And then the thing the government becomes how to stop the virus from spreading, like how to create a cure. And then that's like the prequel, and then there's the whole 3 books, well, movies as well. And just reminds me so much of that, just creating monsters and just trying to hide it. But I think it's more iconic in Maze Runner because they're trying to cure what they did, which here they're just kind of ignoring it. I don't know why they don't go. Like, why don't Reavers go into the population? I think maybe because they'd just be wiped out. Because they go to smaller populations, but if they go to the center, they're just like probably more like military and tons of guns and stuff. So, yeah. I'm trying to like remind myself in chronological order what happened in the movie to talk about it. But how they made River so good at fighting is crazy. Because like the only time we got to see that was when she defended Kaylee, when she was like had her eyes closed and she, shot the people that were coming towards them. And that was like she had to concentrate to do that. Like she was like, okay, don't look, just like she did it with pure math, really. That's like pure math, and she killed them. But here was just like a weapon, and maybe it would have been in the series. Maybe you could have seen that. I hope we would have seen that in the series, like slowly develop and like slowly realize that she was made to be a living weapon. Really, the the guys with the hands of blue weren't there at all. I think maybe just in the beginning with the files that I looked at, that were like interviewing them. But I think they needed someone bigger because they can't really do anything. They just have the weapon to kill people. But well, it doesn't. Against an assassin, an assassin is better. So yeah. No, but I thought it was really cool. I love how we got to see the kind of place that companions get trained. I thought that was nice. It was so pretty. Oh my god. It was so pretty. I loved it. And I love that Inara's back as well. It's seemingly back. She was like, I'll think about it, but you're back, girl. And yeah. And I liked the villain. He was annoying as fuck, but I liked him. Because he was like he wanted a world without sin, and he wanted it, but a lot of time when those happens, it's just like, I want a world without sin, but I kill people and it's fine, right? So but he acknowledged it. He was like, there's no place for it for me. Like, to him it was it's kind of a selfless act, kind of ish, if you squint really hard, because he was like doing that for he was like, I'm not gonna be a part of it because I'm a monster, so he was just doing all this to help people, what he thought was helping people, but you were just being a dumbass. And especially because he was like, they probably said that to him and he just kind of ran along with it because he was like, he didn't even know why he was capturing River, like, at all. Like, it was like, do you even know why you're going? Just like, I don't question orders. Like, you fucking should. When they're asking you to kill someone that looks like a 17-year-old girl, I think you should maybe wonder. I mean, I know he knew she was a psychic, but like, maybe you should ask why. Hello? And it's like maybe they would have fed him the story of like, oh, she's evil and she wants to take over, blah blah blah. But then they'd be like, okay, but since she fled, she's nowhere to be seen. Like she's just been chilling, man. So it's I don't really get that. It's like something as fundamental as that, you don't question it. What the fuck, man? Especially if you like on the battlefield, I think it's a little bit different. But if you have like you're hunting someone and you're not even looking for the proper information on what you're doing, bro, what the fuck? Especially, anyways, it just feels dumb to me. But I guess that's loyalty to a government or something along those lines. But I don't know, I thought it was really good, and I like how they portrayed him to be human. Like he was flawed, but he knew he was flawed. But at the same time, he so believed in his thing. And I love that when he saw it, what happened, like what they did, he stopped because I guess he kind of realized the thing is it ain't gonna happen. Like they did that and they killed millions of people. Millions of people. And they transformed like another million. And they just swept it under the rug. How the fuck they did that though? Because like I said, it looked like a thriving, like, not just community, like a thriving planet, a thriving world. So how did they manage to make everyone forget about this? I don't know. Like seriously, how? Because you can't just kill everyone off the galaxy. Like, I don't know how they did that. Because if it was like a small, because they said there were multiple cities that looked like this when they flew over. So it wasn't a small thing. You know, it was like, it was big. Big thing. So, yeah. I don't know. I also don't know how long I've been talking at all. Fuck. Because sometimes when I don't know how long I'm talking, I ramble and I ramble. I'm like, okay, shut up. It's just because I see the same thing over and over again. But I thought it was really good. I think for an intro to, I think people would love to go and see what Firefly is after this. It's a lot less. I would have loved to see how this series would have done the Miranda story. That would have been so cool. Or that would have been awesome. You know, that would have been so cool. But I guess we won't get to see it happen, which is sad. So yeah. It was really good. I cried a lot. I'm so sad that Wash and Brooke is dead. And why do I say Brooke every time? Wash and the Shepherd. Like every time someone like sometimes in the comments people are like, tell me, oh, you're gonna cry, and people are like, shush, you're like telling a spoiler, and I'm like, dude, a multiple of people told me that I was gonna cry, and I still didn't think someone was gonna die. So so yeah, you can tell me like I'll cry, either I won't or I will, like for something so small or like so yeah. I think it's kind of funny, but this episode was great. I really liked it. This movie, oh my god. I want to say goodbye, but I'm gonna do the extras first. Extras. Yeah. Do I have anything else to add? I don't know. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was so cool. I really liked it. I think it holds up to the legacy of the movie, the series, and it contained the essence of the movie. Like I said, the characters, like the vibe that it was going for, and like the seriousness of it, in a way, like how like it was. I just thought it was really good. I just thought it was really good, and I'm so sad that of course, I'll probably read the books that are out. And there's like the extras film and the extras series I'm gonna watch later, in the extras movies that we're gonna watch right now. But I'm kind of sad that we won't get to see this anymore. It was really good. I really liked it. Yeah. I don't think to say, so I'll just go to the extras and I might say something else later. She would tell Ejiofor is the one that played the operative. He portrayed the characters Oak in 30 Pretty Things, Peter in Love Actually, Lola in Kinky Boots, Victor Sweet in Four Brothers, the operative in Serenity, Luke in Children of Men, 2006, the rest were all in 2005. Tabu Meki in Endgame. Oh! That's where I know him from. Okay. Wait, Tabu and Meki. Okay, I thought it was MCU. I didn't say anything. My bad. Don't listen to me. And The Martian, Doctor Strange, and he is in the MCU. Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness. Carl Mordo. Oh, okay, it's the villain that's like fuck the dark magic. Oh, that's why. Okay. And Triwell Kamkwamba in The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. He voiced Dr. Watson in Sherlock Gnomes, and Scar in the 2019 remake of The Lion King. Is featured in the fantasy film Maleficent, Mistress of Evil for 12 years. For 12 years a slave, he received Academy Award and Golden Globe Award nominations, along with the BAFTA Award for Best Actor. Yeah, I know he's really famous. Oh, there's the pronunciation. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Okay. He has nominated for a 2014 Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in Limited Series or Movie for his performance on Dancing on the Edge. In 2022, he played the lead role in the Showtime science fiction television series The Man Who Fell to Earth. In 2018, he was appointed Officer of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II for services to the arts. Damn. He was elevated by Commander of the Order of the British Empire in the 2015 birthday honor. Holy shit, man. Sorry. Mr. Universe is played by David Krumholtz. Krumholtz is best known for playing head elf Bernard in the Santa Claus franchise and Charlie Epps in the series Numbers. He also played Goldstein in the Harold and Kumar trilogy. He acted in the comedy film Adam's Family Values and 10 Things I Hate About You, as well as voicing Lavish in Sausage Party. Krumholtz has since acted in supporting roles in dramatic films such as Serenity, Hail Caesar, Wonder Wheel, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and Oppenheimer. He also portrayed Haru Wasserman in the HBO drama series The Deuce, Monty Levin in the Showtime miniseries The Plot Against America, and William Bittman in the HBO miniseries White House Plumbers. That's a lot of HBO. Krumholtz made his Broadway debut in the 1992 play Conversations with My Father. He returned to Broadway playing Herman Merz in Tom Stoppard's semi-biographical Holocaust play Leopoldstadt, for which he received a Drama League Award nomination. That's awesome. Thank you, Slanka. Oops. Pictures. The cast. Oh, they're all dead. So sad. There's so many. Sometimes I forget how many there are. Serenity! The people! Ooh, nice. They aim to misbehave. Ah! That's what he said. And the creator of Buffy and Angel. Serenity. Oh, it's the ads. Oh, that's so cool. Story info. Serenity, 7.8 out of 10. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. I would raise it higher, but I think it's because I'm a fan, but still. Security camera footage shows Mal and Jane sitting at a table with Fenty and Mingo before they enter the bar. The wide-angle shot of the security camera footage when Mal and Jane first entered the bar shows a timestamp that doesn't change when the camera zooms in. After they do the barn swallow technique and have a crash landed, the mule in the hole of Serenity, Jane is in the mule, Kaylee comes up the stairs. Jamie is also on the stairs. He has clones. After Simon hits Smiley, goes back to Jane pouring alcohol on his wood, and he's back in the mule. Man. When dumping their weapons in the lockbox at the bar, the bouncer suddenly disappears between shots. At the start of Dr. Karen's holographic recording, there is a noticeable delay before she says, and you can see it is in what we thought. When the recording is replayed and broadcast at the end, the delay is gone. When the dying shepherd removes his blood-covered hand from Mal's face, he leaves no blood on Mal's cheek. Subsequent shots shows much blood. In the very last scene, whenever the captain are flying in the ship, Mal presses the button which lights up. In the next shot, the light is off. In the next shot, it is on again. When Serenity is hit by the Reaver's EMP and begins to crash onto Mr. Universe's planet, Wash strains against the force of rotation while he reaches for a panel out of buttons on his console. When his hand hits the panel, the entire panel moves. It was made of cardboard. In the wide shot of the bar scene that Mr. Universe is watching, the camera operator was visible in an orange t-shirt in the upper left-hand corner of the shot just before he says the line and she falls asleep. When the doors open to reveal River standing over the dead bodies of Reavers, she is in the middle of the room holding weapons still dripping with blood. The Lion forces haven't arrived yet and no one from Saturday opened the blast door, so there's no reason for them to have opened. Epic shot though. Indeed. Oh yeah, he's not there. Nice. Oh yeah, he's like so visible as well. I didn't see him.
I can't give you the next.
Not that one, but the very next
Look,
one. Right there, yeah.
I'm the director. Put the man in the frame of the lens of the camera, then they make the movie to happen for people to see.
We'll try that. Okay.
I feel like Serenity is the hardest script I've ever written because I can't give you the next episode. I can't give you a piece of TV and call it a movie. There has to be a reason to make this into a movie, and that took a long time.
See, I'm funny, you go away. I'm eating, you come here.
The television show had all these people who loved it, and that we had the challenge to preserve what they loved about it and what we loved about it.
Good morning, gentlemen. What have you been doing all day?
Slackers.
And at the same time, create a movie that the uninitiated could walk into and jump right into the story and not feel like they had to see the television show.
When Josh wrote the movie, I said, read me the first line and the last line. He goes, okay, this is the first line. It was really cool. He goes, and this is the last line. Boy, it sure was weird. Mal died in the first act.
The first draft was really filled out. It's probably maybe 190 pages long.
There you are.
I in fact delivered it to the executives at Universal with the title The Kitchen Sink. And then they said, this is really wonderful. Could you write a movie now?
We're gonna need a new Jaws.
So he took it back into his office and beat it around and took the scissors to it and produced the script. And he's an amazing writer, but I really felt an amazing accomplishment.
Let's go through it once before we put it on his feet. Action.
That's so weird.
No.
When we went to Universal to do our first table read, it was scary because we hadn't been those characters for a long time. But everybody came back as if they had never left. Everyone still had the same little details in their voices and their mannerisms, the way they played the characters before.
It only works on her, Jane.
Gina said her first line, and Nathan said his first line. We were all like, it's just so wild because you just don't think that you're ever gonna hear that character say anything else, and it was just so great to be there and to have this whole new thing to look forward to and to work on.
Okay, you didn't open your eyes on your cue. You had one thing to do.
It was like visiting with friends that I had not seen in so long, and to hear the rhythms and know what the voices were instead of just a big question mark here. Oh, I wonder who's gonna play that. Oh, I wonder. It was just like a big party all over again.
Or maybe nobody could be bunged out a little. That's just not so dirty.
It's so weird because we never really see them outside the show, so.
Ready, and roll 2 cameras. Rolling.
Marker. And action.
My cartridge fell out of my gun.
And let's cut.
The first couple of weeks of production, we went out on the old Templin Highway up in Castaic and out Sand Canyon, Borrego Springs, hot, dusty, windy, sexy. You just have to have a little hooch.
Nathan and Adam were just loving it. Gina and I were in the front seat going, can I have a Gatorade? And the boys were like, yeah, we're real superheroes now. Loving it. They could have stayed out there for a month.
Leave Zoe. Leave Jane. Zoe, go. Drive, damn it. Drive.
We were just happy to be in each other's company again.
We have good interaction. We know each other well, and I think it translates, That stuff is just already there. And then the lines and all of what we have to do in the scene comes next. So it's makes it a lot easier, a lot more fun.
I just get an itch right about here when I saw this harpoon.
Anyway,
I'm sure it's nothing anyway. Let's go. What's this Miranda place? Let's find the beacon.
You always overreact.
That was the thing I was most excited about with the film, was to get, back with this group of people that I genuinely adore and genuinely respect. Not to toot anybody's horns, but I think they're some of the most talented actors that I've ever worked with.
Sean, I'm so embarrassed. You've got a hickey. That's okay, it'll play. It's a space hickey. That'll be great. A spicky.
It's funny because we'll go crying because we're laughing so hard, and then the cameras roll, and it's just sort of like everyone's, so professional
Serious.
and makes their choices and works incredibly hard.
Stay in school, kids.
All of us have this energy that we sort of feed off each other, and we get kind of loopy at the end of the day.
It's hilarious, but the next shot picks up before you have made an idiot of yourself.
But it's wonderful. It's wonderful to come into work and see Nathan and laugh.
And be happy.
We're all just
Laugh with a
laughing
dead
and joking
body.
about it right
Oh my
before
God.
take. Yesterday we were shooting something up on the bridge where the Reaver ships are coming and it's just really tense moment and we're all petrified and we're already rolling. 2 seconds before Joss calls action, Nathan makes a crack. We all crack up. We're like, crap, okay, I gotta straighten up my face.
Wasn't like I see
Nathan has the most inexhaustible energy
Oh,
for
really?
entertaining that I've been around, and is really, really funny.
What's my line? Flippity-doo.
It's getting to be a better movie for Zoe.
This is so cool.
He is constantly distracting. Nathan is quite a distraction.
It's all lies. You know what? It's so tough sometimes, some of the days we have.
You accept that as...
If Alan says one more thing to me, I'm gonna explode.
Jesus Christ, he's been drinking again, Gina. I told you about this.
It's good to get that off my chest.
Nathan. And his hair.
And his hair.
He's a hair actor. He knows it.
Am I gonna have to pull the car
6
over?
up.
You too.
It's a hairy shit. We were doing some hair flinging.
And that's all I have to say about Nathan.
Who's in there? You're f***ing up my interview. You, this is my interview, selfish.
I love Nathan. He's so cool. Oh, geez, you were rolling over it. Sorry. No, I love him. He's my captain.
This is Adam. Yes, sir. I want you to consider for this next take.
Yeah.
Act less. No, wait. Act more. No. Stop
Let's
what
see
you're
the
doing.
final frame,
Just get it right.
Okay.
Nathan.
Yes.
Are you clear on the pickup?
No. I was joking around.
Well, what have we
we learned today?
Joss's boss.
The only dysfunction is in the script. In real life, it's sweet.
You're not so tough. You're not so tough. You're just a little girl.
And there's none of the baggage of it being a real family.
There was a little girl. She had a little curl. Okay.
Oh my god, that's so seamless.
When you're making a movie, you've got to amp it up. You've got to go to a greater scale. And your hero is going to be heroicaler. Yes, that's a word. Now.
She did all the stunts, that's so cool.
This was a little more fun to shoot than most of the action stuff I've done because literally 95% of the stunts are done with our actors.
That's so cool.
Ready, and action!
We knew from the treatment that Summer Glau was going to have a huge fight sequence. And she's a dancer and has an incredible physical memory, but the kind of fighting she was going to do is very different than dancing.
You go over, you get stuck on yourself?
She trained with Chad and Hero, and it was clear from the start that she was going to be capable of a lot more than you would ever expect from an action star, let alone an actor who isn't one.
3 months before we started shooting the movie, I started going to training every day.
Oh, wow.
And it was intense.
Right.
I worked really hard to be able to do the fight scenes myself.
Good, breathe.
I would say Summer's one of the main reasons we took the job, just because of her physical ability. I mean, she had incredible flexibility. Her memory was fantastic. She's very graceful, and she had the ability to pick up new motion very, very quickly.
That's so cool.
Round, bring it inside. So boom, go. That's it, good.
Joss wanted like a lot of unique, different things that he hasn't seen before, and with Summer, with her flexibility, it's like she just has abnormal flexibility, and so we tried to create impossible moves that she could do on her own and get those hero shots with her.
Action, boom, fight.
Summer will work out certain pieces, maybe anywhere from 5 to 15 to 20 moves, and those sequences fit like a puzzle. So by the time she walks on set, she's ready to do this huge amount of physical motion, and we tailor it to go like that.
At that point, we're above her. Can she bring her down and just do like, and then turn around like she's stepping on her neck or something?
Joss was meticulous about choosing all the steps.
Everything can't go her way.
Right.
The more things she has to deal with at once, the better.
Nothing got by him. He wanted it to be very realistic.
Back. And look, as soon as it touches the ground, look.
It wasn't like, you know, a lot of heavy cutting or, you know, a big wire
Yeah, no, it
jump.
was not
just
a lot of heavy
Summer
cutting.
beating up a bunch
Sorry,
of
I'm not
guys.
talking a lot because there's not much for me to say except that it's really cool and I'm sharing it with you. So.
And every time, the 11th take would be faster than the first.
Whoa, nice. Hands up. My finest student. How about yours? Number 1.
We're incredibly fortunate with our entire cast. Obviously, Summer with her dance background. Nathan's probably got some of the best head takes of an actor that we've ever worked with.
Head
He
takes.
just loves to get beat up.
It's so weird because it was like dark and this is so light.
Nathan is not only great at fighting, but great at being hurt. When he gets hit, he really looks like he's in pain.
Yeah,
Often
yeah.
because he is, but even when he's not. You know, he threw himself all over the place in the service of this movie.
You don't have to do that part of the fight no mo.
I always talk about how Harrison Ford's one of those fellows who can really take a punch. When he gets punched, he gets wobbly on his knees. You know he's been punched. You know he's not having a good time. You know that someone's getting the better of him. And I tried to do just that. Copy him exactly. I got rolled. It was a trample of tourists. I think they said they were from Nevada. They're tough. Desert folk, you know. Nomads.
Oh, no mats as well.
That's
Ouch.
them. That's the ones. I picked them out of a lineup. They're a lot tougher than they look. And they fight dirty. We were doing a shot where my face hits the floor. And I wanted it to be clear that Malcolm Reynolds was being beaten.
He was slamming his face down on the plexiglass, and I was unaware of it. But there is, take 6 where he's like, "What does it say on that slate?" I'm like, "What is he complaining about? He's really selling this. It looks great."
How many takes does that say?
6.
At one point I said, getting a little tender. And the makeup lady, she keeps coming back to me saying, "Oh, what a great job. This is really wonderful. This has really turned out really..." Wait a second. My face had swollen out to enormous proportions right here on my cheekbone.
Yes. Okay.
His whole face started to swell after that because he thought it would look better. And he's like, "Hey, it's a movie." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's only Serenity."
You turned a trick into an actual character.
I mean, it's Serenity, but don't have a concussion, man.
Movie star.
Joss is a very clever man. I like the way he writes. I like the way he envisions things. I like his ideas. And I think my job is the best because I get to come in and play the part and sweep away with all the credit. You know what I mean?
The worst is it's true.
Anything. It's cool.
Joss? Joss is brilliant. I mean, what can you say? He's so smart, and he's very humble about it, and he's very sweet, and he's very loving, and I luckily get to see that side of him a lot.
And he says, "Go and do the thing."
Joss is among the directors who are very visually motivated. I think some directors are looking only at character and dialogue and their actors, and other directors, I think, are not paying enough attention to their dialogue. And with Joss, he's writing what he's seeing in his head.
Violence. I just want you to explain it carefully.
We get along, the writer and the director, better than usual. I'm not saying there were no catfights. There were a few catfights. There was some mudslinging, falling in the pool, that kind of thing.
I think the energy's cool.
If they exit left. Okay.
Even though it's not the right direction. Okay. Lisa Lassick will complain later.
The writer and the director are now fighting with the editor.
It doesn't completely work for the reasons I stated earlier. Your position is everything perfect. I don't think so.
You know, that's the thing about the process. It's a process.
You as a person have to understand what he's going through.
Listen, he starts so different from her
Yes,
at the beginning.
I know.
So that's what happens over the course of that
All
number.
I'm saying
You go back and forth about a line. You don't need this line. It does this. It does this. You're missing this. It does this. It takes the energy away. No, it explains this. It goes from here.
it needs to have a grittiness to it.
I get that.
To the movie.
Yeah. Okay, so here, let me back it in.
We're both so passionate about the movie, so our arguments are equally passionate. And, you know, we won't resort to name calling.
But he will to a sword. Not a sword.
Some dirty play. But it's all for the good of the movie.
Yeah, this shouldn't ever be an option.
You got it. And I think that is the solution.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
But can I see it on Spider?
She's enormously imaginative. She understands narrative perfectly. She has the ability, and this is a really tough thing for an editor to do, to be completely in love with everything she's looking at and still go, get rid of that, don't cut there, that's lame.
Oh, you destroyed the film again.
I think the most surprising thing is how hard it is to make a movie.
Sean gets in, shake a, whoop, here comes Adam.
Joss is a very inspirational filmmaker, and I've known him for a long time, and I know how talented he is. And in a town where there are a lot of talented people, I've never met anybody that works harder.
He's squeezing you and you're squeezing him, and who's gonna win? And it's you.
Everybody told me how spoiled I am. They say it will never be like this again. Enjoy it while it lasts. You'll never be this happy, and you'll never be with a cast that loves each other so much. But I hope this is the beginning. I hope I get to be on set with Joss 100 times more. He's the best.
I love Summer. She's so hot.
You're just good friends.
Joss Whedon,
Had to clear
my
it up.
hero. He entrusted a character to me that I love. And this is a part and a project that needed to continue to be told. And here we are. Shiny, let's be bad guys.
This is good. It's going really well, and I feel good. I feel like we're workshopping it.
Joss had a passion to do this thing, and he had the desire to make a movie and to keep going with this story and these characters. And there's an energy that comes with that I think shows up on screen.
When you hit Sean, and it was really, but I hope that's in. It looked, the way it was tilted.
I grew up wanting to make big summer movies, and to
You
have
get to.
something truly thrilling and to take something away from it that is actually meaningful, that will keep me up, that will make me go back, because I don't want to understand what I'm being told. I want to think about it. I want to live with these characters and go through what they go through. That's something that I haven't seen enough of lately. So that's what I tried to make.
Got it! God, I love this job.
Roll, please, rolling.
Sounds good. And action!
Get these bodies together.
That's so
Zoe, this time we're gonna rope them together. 5 or 6 of them. I want them laid out on the nose of our ship.
Are you insane?
Put Book front and center. He's our friend. We should honor him. Kegley, find that kid who's taking a dirt nap with baby Jesus. We need a hood ornament. Jane, try not to steal too much of their shit. Wash.
That was. I was like, what? That's not a scene.
Check it, sir.
That must have been so fun. Oh no.
Okay. Okay, guys, checking the gate.
The Fruity commercial is cool. It was sort of the idea of a Japanese commercial, on steroids, just going
Yeah.
for the luck. That's something
What it looked like.
Chris Buchanan found. They
Oh, you
sent
can
the
kind
team
of
to
see the
us, and
code
we
for a
didn't change
second.
the note. We were just like, oh God, that's it. And now shut it up. They did animation concepts, and I just kept saying, can it just be stranger? Can you please just make it stranger? Just stranger, odder, could it be weirder? More bizarre. How about uncanny?
That's so creepy.
So, we added the extraordinarily shamed gentleman who had not gotten the Fruity bars and shamed his family.
Fruity OT bars.
Some shots of buffalo that we found, hurricanes. I mean, anything we could throw in there, we did. They added the octopus, which I quite liked. It owes more than I care to admit to the obviously great seminal Mr. Sparkle from The Simpsons.
Fruity OT bars make a man out of a mouse. Fruity OT bars make you bust out of your blouse. You don't know the time, let 'em blow your mind.
我很丢脸，我没有去过这地方。
Fruity OT bars, Fruity OT bars.
That's what the ad was supposed to be, dang. Because it was indeed very creepy. And, like, it was very weird, and you didn't expect to see it, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm still rolling.
Marker.
It's a movie.
Are you taping? I ain't looking for help from on high. So.
Spine's intact.
Just give me a bandage.
He's not the plucky hero.
Oh, shit.
That was close.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Making out?
Blow it, Captain.
I love bloopers.
Captain.
Oh, come on.
Look out, Chad!
God damn it. This one's locked.
Ow.
I ain't waiting for the Alliance to choose mine. My cartridge fell out of my gun.
So are you sure you don't want me dance the Macarena or something? What?
You gonna say something? My favorite word.
Can't leave her in that storage locker. One more time.
Sit.
How many buttons can I press to intimidate you? Oh, I just noticed. I love how they kept Waff's things. Wait, he has his chair on his back?
You so smart! Yeah, what I told?
Stupid, selfish son of a whore.
Brick from riddling you with holes, Doctor.
One. Fuck.
Keep going.
Well, sleep easy. Because we're off your boat, just as...
Oh, well, you see that, right? You see it? You see that? Would you turn? Would you turn?
Do you want to fly this
Do you
thing?
want me? Would you pull over? Is that what you're doing?
I will
Christ
pull over
almighty.
this spaceship right
Get
now.
your
Wash
pants,
it. Damn it, I don't need a back spaceship driver.
Get out of the way!
Jesus Christ, that's it, fine. You want to fly? Fucking fly.
I love how I got to see like the placeholder, like the orange thing.
Set for. I can be very graceful when I want to.
I've no doubt.
What aren't you doing?
Crap.
Summer!
Some of our jobs are more interesting than others.
What? Why are they yelling at Summer?
Fuck. Summer?
I didn't know. Where are we headed?
Serenity's east of us, nestled in the lowlands. Rats.
Where are we headed?
Serenity's east of us, nestled in the lowlands. Hang along. We get to Haven in Newfowers? How? A few hours time. Y'all were listening in, I take it. Y'all were watching, I take it?
Yes.
Did you see us fight?
No.
Say that last one again. You knew he was gonna leave. We ain't been never. You knew he was gonna leave. We've never been but a way station of those two. And don't fucking tell me what to goddamn do. My ship!
What the goddamn do?
Sorry. What's my line? Ready to get off this garbage heap and back to your civilized life?
You fucked up.
I've seen so much death.
Oh my god. She's so done.
Jane, you and Wash, hoist up that cannon mount. I want to go. Fuck. Action! Get these bodies together.
We got time for grave digging?
Zoe, this time I'm gonna rope them together. 5 or 6 of them. I want them laid out on the nose of our ship.
Are you insane?
Put Book front and center. He's our friend. We should honor him. Kaylee, find that kid who's taking a dirt nap with baby Jesus. We need a hood ornament. Jane, try not to steal too much of their shit. Wash.
Like.
Start with the part where Jane gets knocked out by a 90-year-old man. Man boobs. Oh, man.
What?
A 90-year-old.
Watch me soar. Or watch how I soar is actually the line. They just float out there, sending out rave reading parties.
There's the blast doors.
I can rig them so they don't reopen once they close.
Then you shut them and you hide.
We need to...
I can rig them so they won't reopen once they close.
Then you shut them and you hide until I get
We
back.
have to shit.
She keeps...
There's a bathroom as we
Right
were
now,
coming in.
we have to shit. At last, we can retire and give up this fucking fuck. I sound like you.
This fucking fuck. Oh la la. On to the next one? Yeah. This one is... Oh, it's the longer one.
The idea of this show, Firefly, was very simply, nothing has changed. We've got more technology, we've got more people, we've got the exact same problems, personally and politically and ethically. I put together
in the show.
what I thought was the most extraordinary team and the most extraordinary cast that I'd ever worked with. When the TV show was canceled, the first thing I said was, I'll not rest until I find us another home.
The last episode we were filming was called The Message, and Joss came down to the set and let us know that we were canceled.
We were all pretty crushed, I would say. I don't think we were entirely surprised. There was a little bit of lead up to it. We were hearing things from upstairs that weren't entirely positive, so I think we knew something wasn't right, and it was very abrupt and very upsetting.
We had our party that was going to be our Christmas party that turned into be our wrap party. Joss said, I'm going to keep pursuing this. It's not done, it's not over.
We all thought that would be so amazing, but when does that ever happen? And it was so heartbreaking.
I fell in love with Firefly, I fell in love with my character, I fell in love with the other characters in the cast. When it was taken away, I took it somewhat personally. I was a bit heartbroken. It left me a little bit empty. I certainly had unfinished business with Firefly.
Yeah, I wish I never met her.
No.
And I wouldn't have failed her.
I just couldn't let go of it. And everybody told me that maybe I should, but I don't deal with grief very well, and I don't deal with loss. So I gathered everybody I knew and just said, what can we do? Can we be TV movies? Can another network pick us up? You know, can there be etchings? I don't care, I need to do this.
It's broke.
Without this, engine don't turn. Engine don't turn, life support won't function. We don't breathe. You want to keep breathing, don't you?
We really just went in all separate directions and started hounding
course they did
executives
this.
at cable channels and at the other networks.
You know the old saying.
When you can't run, you crawl. And when you can't crawl, you
find someone to carry you.
I do remember saying to Tim Minear, at what point does this stop being CPR and become necrophilia?
I guess we do all have different reactions to death.
And then the fans started rallying to our case, and people on the internet went wild trying to have the show resurrected.
I called Barry Mendel, and
Oh, that's so cool.
he went to Mary Parent at Universal. Mary Parent said, there's nothing hypothetical about this. I love this show. I get the movie. Let's do this.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is the place. We'll buy you the time.
We are all kind of in shock that we actually got here. Not that we ever thought we wouldn't be back, but it just seemed like we all dispersed and we all tried to move on and get over it. And then the first time we stepped back on the ship was really surreal.
It's pretty extraordinary when you consider that this never happens. I mean, we're the Cinderella of movie making, of television shows. So often they just disappear. But this can absolutely be attributed to Joss. Joss Whedon, he made this happen. This was his baby. He was not going to stop. He was not going to let go. He did find safe harbor for us.
Joss has, over the years, built an amazing fan base through Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel and Firefly and now Serenity that have been there for us on some of our darkest days. When the television show Firefly was canceled, when Angel was suddenly not renewed after 5 seasons. Our fans, when I say they were ready to march on the network, I'm not exaggerating.
We are extremely grateful for the fans because they're exactly what keep us flying, as Nathan would say. It's why we're here. We have to be completely thankful to the fans.
I don't think any of us were expecting what has happened with the attention we've gotten from the fans. It's just amazing. How do you explain that a show gets put out on DVD and becomes a cult hit? How do you explain that?
Nothing like a major motion picture to make you feel a little bit better about having your TV show again. Redemption.
Comic-Con was kind of an extraordinary event, and I've been going almost every year for 7 years. And I thought, okay, my TV shows are off, Serenity's still, just started being made. This is going to be the year that not a lot of people show up.
Would you please welcome one of the best, Joss Whedon.
These little cameras, oh my god.
I got shy. I didn't know what to do. I was freaked out.
Last day of Comic-Con in the afternoon, and 5,000 people showed up to give us a standing ovation and to see Joss, see the cast, watch the first footage that had been seen from Serenity. And it was as if Mick Jagger had just walked onto the stage.
Wow, how do you do that happen?
Comic-Con was my first experience with a large-scale convention that had fans that were very much aware of our show.
That was a big group of people, standing ovations, screaming. There was a lot of screaming and genuine excitement. You could tell people were genuinely excited. I love that.
It was just amazing that so many people seemed to be so aware and tuned in to the kind of stuff that Joss writes about. It was really rewarding, actually.
We walked out there and looked, out towards everybody, just like, every single face, and everyone was just so happy to have us there. It was very special.
They came out of it just glazed to their eyes, like, what was that? That was fame.
I'm still trying to swallow my heart, get it back down because it keeps beating up into my mouth.
I was so proud of them. They were so cool. And, the executives who were there, oh, that's what this is. Because the Firefly fans, like the Buffy and Angel fans, like true fans, are just hardcore.
It's really extraordinary because the fans are out there, and that's the reason why we're here, is because there are people out there who got the show and who fell in love with the characters and the story as much as we did, and to just be smacked in the face with that energy was just extraordinary and surreal. I want 5,000 people to cheer for me every day of my life.
I can understand fully why people enjoy Joss Whedon as a fan, because I'm a fan too.
We're all fans of the verse that we've created, so we're sharing it between each other. And that can only grow. That can only grow forward and expand. I just can't wait for the rest of the world to jump on this spaceship.
I think the thing that's helped my work is that, yes, I'm an artist. I have things to say, etc., suffering, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I'm a fan.
Realism in videos also.
It's a huge part of who I am. It's a huge part of why I do this. It's not to make things that people like. It's never to make things that people like. It's only to make things that they love. And these people have just reservoirs of love that are impressive.
It means so much to us that you're here. And I have one last question for you guys. Do you want to see it again?
That's so sweet. A lot of shows I'm late to be a fan
across
of.
the country, across all
I was just
economic
born when this
boundaries,
happened.
across all socio-political boundaries, you've got this one thing that everybody loves.
I'm blown away by all the people in line here. They're not here for Joss for other reasons. They're here for Firefly and for Serenity, and that's just amazing to me.
I don't know of any other canceled TV shows that got made into major motion pictures, but Serenity did.
It's not the end. That's what I
That's
was
so
most
cool to
overjoyed
see the
about,
fans.
Just the fact that it wasn't over yet.
One of the things that makes this whole Serenity Firefly thing what it is that they do interact with us and they do respond to what we have to say, which is basically how much we love the show. And what became of that is they got a movie. I mean, it was all of their perseverance, people at Universal, and the fans being there saying, yes, we do want a movie.
So nice to see all of this.
Hi, I'm Joss Whedon. Welcome aboard my ship, Serenity.
Ooh, it's so nice.
Here we are on the bridge of the second Serenity, the first one having been dismantled after the series was canceled. You're gonna notice a couple of differences. One of them being that this one was more expensive.
This is a special feature that was not here before. This, I've decided, controls the attitude of our thrusters.
We built the bridge pretty much the way we had. We tried to make it a little more exciting, a little more cinematic, and it's got a lot of blinking lights. And as we all know, blinking lights means science.
You push the buttons
somehow,
and they light up. That just, to me, that's a spaceship.
See, I think everybody's gonna learn a lot about science from me, because I know about the blinking lights. Why don't we go into the rest of the ship?
These things were actually in the first in the TV show, where all of those other panels were. We had these, which were always keen to store drinks, to store your script, to store all the little things that you want hidden whenever they yell action.
That's probably mine from 2 years ago. Come right this way. As we exit the bridge, we come into what are known as the crew quarter hallway.
That's such a creative
These
way.
ladders go down into our imaginary bunks down below. Kaylee's room, of course, the one with all the lights. This one's my room, where the magic happens.
It looks exactly the same as the TV show, except we've got a couple of extra feet as far as width goes that will accommodate the bigger acting that we do.
It's where people come to have conversations about things that have gone on. It's an after-dinner mint of a room.
This is our kitchen. It's darn near the same. It's, of course, our lounge area like we had before, where we basically lounge.
This entire section and the bridge are built on rollers. They have these giant pistons that can actually shake the entire set. So rather than doing this thing where we go, now we're actually shaking the ship.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that says feature film to me. Come this way.
This is our engine room, of course, where Kaylee works.
Kaylee has her own workbench now. This is her little spot right here. And
yeah, she
most
didn't have
times we
that
find this area on fire.
This is the turbocharged version of the Firefly. Before, it seemed like it needed a hand crank on it, and it's a little bit more futuristic.
Over in the foredeck hall, there is a entranceway that leads down to the cargo bay.
Let me show you the cargo bay. Come with me.
We're walking and we're stopping. And we're walking again.
Okay, so this is the cargo bay. It's on the front end of Serenity.
She's not unlike the one in the TV show, except very much more textured, more with sort of.
Yeah, because they had a lot more
adherence
budget.
to the outside of the ship.
As you can see, it's quite spacious. And up above, that is our new mule. It's amazing what a few million extra dollars can do in your budget. That's a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Jane's workout station.
I can do a little weight stuff.
Since
But
the
they're
series,
not
he
actual-
got some new weights. These are nice and shiny. The last ones he had were kind of rusty.
Jane's got a lot of guns.
We could continue through, but it looks to me like they're working there, which, I think I have to get to work too.
Thanks for coming aboard and leave me alone.
They have all the same vibe. I love it.
Look, everybody, Jane's. Let's roll 2 cameras, please. Rolling.
Lots of cameras.
And action!
Apparently, when you shoot film, you need a cinematographer.
We like this?
We like this.
I met with Jack Green fairly late in the process and just completely fell in love with him.
And
That
we
is
can
in
find
movement
it.
as we go.
So it's
Yes,
in
sir.
movement.
Thank you. We'll do that.
He is the sweetest guy.
Don't tell anybody!
And the fact that he makes gorgeous cinema is also really useful.
Jack Green. Adding a little magic.
He's extraordinary with light. He doesn't use a lens. He doesn't use an eyepiece. He just knows how film sees.
I need a little more. I need to know.
Let's go to the right a little bit with the kit chassis, please.
Jack and I had this rapport, and I actually said to him at one point during the shoot, Jack, if you want to finish my sentences, you have to let me start them. And there was one just bizarre example for River fighting the Reavers.
Jack, he's always putting the light where he wants your eyeballs.
I'm like, we gotta do something there with the light. We've been in the black room a lot. The emergency lights came on. We can justify something strange, but I don't know. We could put a pin spot on her and follow her and have everything fall into darkness. That's stupid. I don't know. I gotta talk to Jack. So I go to Jack. Jack, I don't have anything to pitch, but I want to do something cool in this scene. And he's like, okay, well, you're probably gonna make me take them down, but I took the liberty of putting up some pin spots. I'm just like, what did you say? And
You
he
just
thought,
read my
oh, God,
mind.
He hates it. Because I stared at him like, get out of my brain!
Let's show this to Joss, and the 14 goes over here.
Early on, when we were still location scouting and, just working out stuff, he had just come on. He mentioned that he had hired a few people who, interestingly enough, all had the same last name as him. He said, they're all great at their jobs, but I'm not putting them all on the same camera because they are siblings after all.
They've got nothing else better to do. I mean, my God, there's more interesting people to photograph than us.
His son Ryan was our B camera operator. His son Peter was our A camera focus puller, first assistant, and his daughter Heather was our second assistant on B camera.
Hey, Mark.
It's like Robin Hood and his merry band. They're extraordinary.
That's so cool that the whole family is
They're
in this.
incredibly fun to work with, and they get along. I constantly be like, do you guys know that you're a family? Can there be some bitterness? Can you compete? Something?
This is my little sister. Oh, don't get it wrong.
When we say the crew was like a family, we never mean it this literally. It was a privilege to be around those people.
The boss, the camera department would like you to have the A slate for your first movie.
That's my Jack Green story.
You see, it's not so important what you light, but more so what you don't light.
That's true. Thank you. No problem, Jack. I'm here for you.
Just giving him advice. Oh my god. Oh, this is so great. I love it. I've been filming for 4 hours. My brain is fried.
The great thing about writing science fiction is that it's basically like writing everything in history that interests you. You can take from anything, because every piece of history is a piece of human nature.
In certain older, civilized cultures, when men failed as entirely as you have, they would throw themselves on their swords.
Well, unfortunately, I forgot to bring a sword.
It's season 3
That
of
was
Buffy.
iconic.
I get my 2-week vacation, and the second book I read is The Killer Angels, which is about the Battle of Gettysburg. And right after that, I sort of become obsessed with the idea of life in the frontier, and that, of course, makes me think of the Millennium Falcon, because most things do.
Does George Lucas need a photo of that?
I just wanted to tell a story about people who were living in space, but not living in grandeur and not living in great portent, but who are more the fringe people.
Every man there go back inside, or we will blow a new crater in this little moon.
People that the Enterprise would have just blown right past and never noticed.
Here we are 500 years in the future, and we've used up the Earth.
Earth that was could no longer sustain our numbers, we were so many.
Where once we had new countries to explore, we have new planets. We've terraformed them all to be useful for human life, and it's a vision of the world more or less as it is today.
The one thing I did that I thought was a little utopian was the idea that since America and China are the two greatest superpowers on the planet, that once we went out forward and created new planets, that they had merged into the beginnings of the alliance. And that is why everybody who's American speaks Chinese. That these two cultures actually settle their differences and become, one great superpower feels very, very real, because that's what's going on right now. Powers, companies are merging into more and more powerful conglomerates.
And now everyone can enjoy the comfort and enlightenment of true civilization.
As the more advanced cultures become more homogenized and spread out into the other worlds where life is tougher and where people are more diverse, there's conflict.
The savage outer planets were not so enlightened and refused alliance control.
I was dealing with the idea of a civil war and the idea of rebuilding and people who had lost the war. This is something that's, a big part of American fiction.
Y'all the brown coats, eh? Fought for independence?
War's long done. All just folk now.
There's very little American fiction about the people who won the war. about the North, the people we all like to be identified with. We're all interested in the South because they lost, and we love losers.
He isn't a plucky hero.
That's true. Every story is about
The
a loser.
Alliance isn't some evil empire. This is not the Grand Arena.
We love a sense of loss in American fiction, and even though Mal wasn't fighting for slavery, I'm happy to say, he is someone who fought at a time when he was just crushed by the opposing force, and it changed him.
In the time of war, we would have never left a man stranded.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why we lost.
The forming of the Alliance causes a power so great that there's no way it can justly rule over the entire universe. And so I'm dealing with the people on the fringes who are going, you don't belong here, you don't belong on our soil. Yes, you guys are progressive, you've got great medicine, incredible healthcare plan, you've got freedom of religion, you've got all these great things, but we don't have that stuff. And some of our customs are arcane, and some of them are maybe a little barbaric, but we have a right to be ourselves.
These are just a few of the images we've recorded. And you can see, it isn't what we thought.
And that's where the utopian vision stops, because whenever you create some kind of utopia, you find something ugly working underneath it, and that's basically what this movie is about.
Somebody has to speak for these people. Y'all got on this boat for different reasons, but y'all come to the same place.
That was a great shot. That was a great shot. I think there's one more left. I'm tired. I love it, but...
If anything happens to her, anything at all, I swear to you, I will get very choked up.
It's okay to leave them to die.
If you're gonna have a science fiction movie, then have a hovercraft chase, for God's sake. I mean,
yeah, fair.
Honestly, there could be tears.
So ugly of a ship. Well, not this one, the Reaver one.
Science fiction is that you have to believe what you're seeing, and some of it can be as distancing as humanly possible, and some of it can be, normal and lived in with just a twist.
I think we dropped our fuzzy dice back here.
The mule skiff chase was probably our most technically challenging sequence in the entire film.
Initially, what everyone had been imagining was we would have something on wheels, and then we would bring visual effects in to take out the wheels and put in the grass and the ground beneath it.
But
we built several rigs that allowed us to take our mule and hold it far over the edge of our highway.
We'd drive on the road and film the mule going over the grass so that we could see below it, because if you can't see below it, then hovercraft chase boring. We did a computer animated version of the entire mule skiff chase so that we could all sit down and say, okay, we want that feeling of being there, that down and dirty feeling. You want to go, ugh, their car sucks. They're gonna get caught.
Yeah, that's true.
Faster will be better!
What was really cool was seeing how Joss shot it. And you see Adam Baldwin just grabbing onto stuff as he starts sliding sideways, and then you can see everyone reacting like they're holding on. It was really cool to be able to see the work we did in the previs directly relate, and Joss liked it enough that he tied that directly into how he was shooting his live action work.
So they boogie out of there, just when the coast is clear and we're almost through, and all of a sudden...
They're closing on us!
Serenity comes down from the sky and sweeps up the mule, and as it's lifting off into the air, the skiff is going to collide with the bottom of Serenity itself.
Yep, that must have been painful. Oh, la la.
This is not your gazillion-dollar budget movie. We had to keep things practical as much as humanly possible.
Much more money than the TV show, but still
digital, not
that much.
Look, it's the digital shot. And now back to our story.
This is the effects team that most understands that of any effects team that I've seen. They're not looking to show off the cool things they can do. They're looking to
make the story
help
good.
Joss tell story.
The hell? It's okay. I'm gonna leave on the wind. What does that mean?
The post-production process.
I'm
begins
sad
with
to see him
pre-production
now.
because we are doing all 3D shots on Serenity. What that means is storyboard, previs, model, texture, animate, light, comp. And that process
It's a lot of
is
work
a long process that
that
involves
you
many,
don't
many
realize.
people.
I don't realize.
127 on our crew. We have another crew at Illusion Arts that's working on our crash sequence. We have another crew at Rhythm and Hues, and we have another crew at PMP. So we have many, many crews basically working on making every single frame of this movie about the story.
What was that?
Did you see that?
When we did big CGI composites, we made sure that as much of it was real as humanly possible. Restrictions are great because they make you more imaginative. They make you rethink things. They make you not do the obvious. Because of the time constraints of the movie, we took the generator room sequence as a whole and gave it to Rhythm and Hues. The work they did there was invaluable. And you ask them for a ham sandwich and they're bringing you a pig. I mean, they'll always give you too much.
They basically came to us with a big green hole and would fill it with something big and scary and
That's
cool.
scary to fall into,
we had
yeah.
the freedom to have fun with it and build this big, cool thing. One of the things that we did in the end, as Mal steps on each one of those plates, we actually add just a little bit of rocking so it doesn't feel rock solid. It was something that I felt strongly about getting in, just to really integrate the actors into our computer-generated environment. And the first time we showed that at Film Dailies, Josh goes, "F***ing awesome." And okay, that's, I've done my job. When the director says "F***ing awesome,"
That's true.
You've done your job.
It's so cool to see an audience react to something that's fresh and interesting and entertaining, and that's what we're here to do it for.
For example, when Serenity gets through the battle between the Reavers and the Alliance and then gets EMP'd, the tailspin.
In the script it says they get EMP'd and they lose power. What else can we do? What else would be interesting? Well, what's really cool is when you see those air show footage, reels where, you see, an accident that's happened and you've got a documentary camera on the ground and you'll see the camera operator just widen out because he wants to not miss it because it's a telephoto lens and he's trying to see it and you can't really see it. So when Serenity got hit, we know it's lost its power, but then widened way out, have Serenity almost come to a stop and we realize, oh no, it's falling from the sky.
It makes a huge difference to be able to do that previs work ahead of time instead of doing it just afterward, because you're able to tie that stuff together so much better. It's how to move the camera around, how to shake it, and just make it look that much more real.
They showed me, look, we thought what if it's doing this, like a jet would, and went and shot everybody falling and spinning and holding on, because that thing just, it was gut-wrenching to watch, just as a little previs effect with any actor.
Yeah, it was spinning a lot, and I thought
That's
they
what our day-to-day job
would be
is
thrown
just
across
work
the room, but
together
they weren't.
to bring the story to the big screen.
The audience comes in knowing they're going to be immersing themselves in a new world. They're going to be open to that. So they're going to be looking for those visual clues and those things that say, this is what the world is in the future.
I think that was it. Yes. Oh my god, that was an extra hour. Holy shit. This was so much content at once. I started this at 6:30, it's 10:30. Oh my god. No, but this was really great. I really liked it. I thought it was great. I liked seeing I love the movie. I'm still a bit sad. I'm still gonna need to process, even though I watched the extras tomorrow, of the series tomorrow. And I loved seeing how they did it. And a lot of things, how they did it, I didn't think there was so much in it. So much stuff that was going through the show, and I should have guessed. But, you never know how much people are doing until they tell you. Like, oh my god, damn, that must have been hard and stuff. And I'm so glad I got a movie, because I think it managed to tie off the series really well. And it managed to, I think, wrap what Joss wanted to say, and it leaves me okay with it, right? Like, I wish there was more, but there's not, like, a void in my mind that I'm like, but I want to know this and this and this. Like, I want to know a lot of things, but it managed to tie off a lot, so I'm really happy about that. So, there's still the film the fan film movie and the series extras, because those were the movie extras, that if you want to watch, if you stuck through with with me for so long, thank you so much. I had so much fun. I can't believe it's already over. And I'm gonna just move on to another series soon. But I had so much fun. Thank you so much for making me discover this. It's also very important for science fiction. It's one of the bases of science fiction. This series, I feel like, and it was so great. I love the characters, and I think there's not a lot of complaints I have with the show. I love how it was written, and I think you could tell each and every character how they are, and who they are really, and I think that is fabulous, and I really like it. Well, thank you so much for following. I thank you so much for everyone that's been through. I really appreciate it. It was so fun to read your comments. I hope I get to see you in other stuff that I will do. The next series that I do is probably going to be Fringe, which I don't know anything about, so don't ask me. Probably Fringe. So I hope that if you want, you can check that out. And there's still my Buffy series going on, so if you want to check that out, you can. So thank you so much to everyone. Thank you so much. I hope to see you for the fan film movie and the series extras. But yeah, I think my blanket is heating up. I didn't mean to. Yep. Okay. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great time. I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Ciao.